Alright, I'm Adrian Ruiz, and this is the CPE403 final project, the Sensor Cloud IoT Gateway. The main goal of this project is to implement BeagleBone Black as a sensor gateway, and this is accomplished by using two CC1350 launch pads. One of them interfaces with the BeagleBone Black, while the other one reads sensor data and sends it to the other launchpad. The data received is then passed to the BeagleBone Black, and the BeagleBone Black will transmit the data to the TI 15.4 stack application. The outcome is that the onboard temperature sensor gathers data, and the data is sent to the stack application. This can be beneficial, such as determining if there's a fire going on. These are the components we used. These are the tools I used. This is a rough schematic of what it looks like. Essentially, like I said before, one launchpad gets the data and sends it to the other launchpad, which then, in turn, sends it to the BeagleBone Black, who then transmits it to the collector app. For this design to work, you're going to need two launch pads and one BeagleBone Black, a virtual machine with Ubuntu, and a ARM EVM Linux image. And then you're just going to have to essentially update both your BeagleBone and Ubuntu. And you're going to have to pass a file through Ubuntu to your BeagleBone Black, the pre-built file. And you're going to have to extract it in your BeagleBone. So, for the launch pads, you're going to have to download Code Composer. Then you're going to have to download the Simple Link SDK library. After you've done that, you're going to import a code from Research Explorer following this file path. And then you're going to import another example code from the Resource Explorer through this pathway too. You're going to flash one of the launch pads with the sensor code and flash the other one with the collector code. In Linux, you're going to have to download the SDK onto your Ubuntu machine and then install it. And then you're going to have to transfer a file from the SDK to the BeagleBone Black. For the BeagleBone Black, you're going to have to flash the SD card with a Linux image, then and then you're going to have to boot off the SD card. You have to find the IP address using ifconfig, and then you're going to connect your BeagleBone to Ubuntu and transfer the file to the BeagleBone Black from Ubuntu, and then connect the BeagleBone to the network and the collector launchpad to the BeagleBone. Check if the launchpad is properly connected, and then enter the pre-built folder, and then run the application, and then copy the URL that it gives you into your browser. This is what it'll roughly look like. Unfortunately, I was unable to get the BeagleBone to act as a gateway. It was unable to open the gateway app. It said an error was along the lines of unable to open gateway application. And then also, in the guide we were supposed to follow, it seemed that she had a humidity sensor and a battery pack to measure how much battery. She had a battery pack, and that was used to measure how much like a voltage was left in the batteries. I did not have a humidity sensor or a battery pack, so I couldn't do that part of the lab. So the demo is just the the launch pads communicating to each other without the BeagleBone, sending it to the application. This is what it roughly looks like. COM9 is the sensor and COM10 is the collector. And that is it.